In the dust of forgotten highways, in the shadows of roadside diners, we're spinning yarn from strange America, where every tale's got a twist, and not all ghosts wear chains. Welcome back, friend. Let's crack the lantern open and let something crawl out that's older than memory. Say goodbye to the glowing light, because in these woods, the strange shape in the fog ain't wearing a face anymore. The Hollowborn, Berkshire Mountains, Massachusetts, October 1947. Darringham's always been quiet, not peaceful, just expected. It sits nestled among the trees southeast of Lee, where the canopy thickens and the sounds forget how to echo. In the fall of 47, 4 hikers from Pittsfield set out on Whisper Lane, just a narrow trail swallowed by damp hardwood. They heard about the fall colors, so they figured they'd camp out under the amber leaves, trade stories, and drink some cider from mason jars. By the second night, the woods started to give off an eerie feeling, like something wasn't quite right. The wind stopped, the birds went silent, no frogs, no owls, just a creak of bark and a low whistle. Soft, wet, not melodic, but mimicked. Emily Bainbridge, the youngest, swore she saw it first. A shape between the trees, not a person. Something tall and root-limbed. Head split down the middle like a snapped branch. Eyes glowing faint green. Not from the light, but from within. Its body seemed stitched from bark and sinew, mouth just wide enough to whisper, and oh, how it whispered. Boots left at the edge of the fire ring, no prints, just moss peeled back like something rose from underneath. Locals who speak of it call the thing the Hollowborn. They say it doesn't hunt like a wolf, it chooses. Finds the one with regret in their blood, sorrow clinging like wet leaves. It emerges only under fog-heavy skies, when the woods go still and time folds at the seams. So if your fire burns green for just a second, you hear a whistle, and the moss seems to be growing quickly. You need to run to the nearest road, your vehicle, or a ranger station. Because if you don't, you won't be coming back. The Berkshires hold secrets older than trail markers, and the Hollowborn ain't a ghost. It's the apology the forest makes after you're already gone. Well, all right now, let's slip into the velvet dusk of Vermont's Green Mountains, just east of Brandon, where the sugar maples grow tall and the roads twist like they're afraid of being followed. Well, there's a legend that's kept quiet, never forgotten. The wraith of Brandon Gap. You take Route 73 past Brandon, Vermont, and once the stars start blooming overhead, the air gets heavy. Not cold, not warm, just thick, like something's waiting. That's where the mountains dip into the gap, a place where strange activities are whispered in the back booths of the local pizza joint just before closing. The story always begins the same. A man traveling alone, drifting past midnight, fog curling low like smoke off a morning dress. And then she appears. A beautiful woman standing just off the road beneath a maple canopy, long black hair like a spill of oil, skin pale with a shine like moonlit bark. She's barefoot, her dress flows, stitched from the dusk and old promises. She smiles, beckons, never speaks, just holds out her hand. If he takes her hand and follows, the forest parts for her, guiding him down a narrow game path no one's ever seen before. The trees glow faint green, and the wind hushes. And deep in the holler, time folds. The man disappears, always the same. Vehicle found idling, headlights on, doors open. The only thing left behind is a smear of blueberries and maple leaves on the driver's seat, and a faint scent of lilac clinging to the rearview mirror. Locals call her Celine, but no one knows if she's a name or a warning. Some say she was a healer exiled in the 1700s. Others claim she was never human at all, just a shimmer the mountain conjures when hearts are too bruised to resist being stolen. They say she only comes for the lonely, the saddened and despaired, the ones who carry love in broken shapes. So if you drive past Brandon with your chest aching and the fog rolling in, and you see a beautiful figure at the edge of the trees, don't stop. Because Celine doesn't want your body, she wants your devotion. And in Vermont's hollers, the forest doesn't chase you, it seduces you. And some spells aren't cast, they're answered. And finally, let's roll it on back, before New Hampshire even took its modern shape, when every valley held its own silence, and the mountains didn't forget who trespassed. This tale's older than most roads, and older than towns. Only the trees still whisper it. The forgotten colony of Kilkenny Vale, White Mountains, circa 1742. In the shadows of what would one day be Kilkenny Ridge, 12 settler families carved their lives into a rugged clearing. Cabins of fresh pine, livestock penned in silence, and a single dirt path that led in, but never quite led out. They arrived in the summer of 1742. By autumn of 1747, not one remained. A trapper named Elijah Root stumbled upon the holler after following a wounded doe. Found the settlement pristine, fire smoldering low, bowls still half filled with porridge. No bodies, no footprints, no signs of flight or violence. Just a curious symbol carved above every hearth, a spiral in birch and ash. And near one cabin he found a bundle of dried ferns, arranged like a child's doll, with teeth. And that's where the speculation begins. Some say they were taken, not by force, but by invitation. The carvings, the silence, and the warm hearth suggested ritual, not fear. Perhaps they sought communion with something in the land, something that promised bounty, peace, or eternity. Others believe they went mad together, a collective illness brought on by isolation, mold in the wood, or poisoned well water. The spiral became a shared hallucination. The symbols, the birch offerings, symptoms of a creeping mind loss. One settler affects the next with the idea, not the pathogen. Then there's the folklore. The Abenaki spoke of the Nodeg, the silent hunger, a spirit of fog and thoughtlessness. They say if you stay quiet long enough, don't speak for days, the Nodeg slips between your ribs and nestles behind the eyes. It doesn't eat you, it wears you, until nothing's left but stillness. And a few historians, they suggest these settlers never existed at all. No land records, no family names, just accounts in journals and trail logs. Perhaps Kilkenny Vale itself is the ghost, an echo caught between trees, reappearing to the lost and lonesome like bait. In 1993, a journalist camped there overnight, heard breathing outside her tent. Not heavy, not animal, just slow. She unzipped her tent flap at dawn and found all her belongings arranged in a perfect spiral. Her tape recorder played nothing but static. She left the area and never returned. A couple ranger reports that were dug out of a locked drawer in Coos County Forest Office, dust still clinging to the ink, are as follows in verbatim. Ranger Incident Report 217, Kilkenny Ridge Trail, August 14, 1998, filed by Ranger Bill Travers. Came across an abandoned camp roughly 2 miles north of an old Kilkenny logging route. Tent intact, sleeping bags untouched, no firewood gathered. What disturbed me most, shoes and backpacks were lined in a perfect spiral outside the tent, pointing inward. No sign of wildlife, no scent. The air was dead, and I mean dead. A feeling that made me not want to be there alone. Marked the location on the map, felt nauseous, and couldn't remember how to get back to the main trail. Had to navigate out by compass, which spun twice before stabilizing. Recommend closure of the area until further inspection. Request backup, not going back alone. Ranger Memo 3389, internal only. Subject, Kilkenny Vale Fog Events, October 3rd, 2006. Compiled by Senior Ranger Linda Cho. 3 hikers reported hearing soft singing under dense fog near the old settlement boundaries. Voices described as childlike, but the cadence was slow and off. Investigated at dawn, found remnants of what used to be stone fireplaces and what appeared to be fresh carvings in birch bark, matching historical spiral designs documented in the 1740s lost settlement records. Logbooks from 1975 and 1981 report similar incidents, though dismissed as environmental phenomena. Recommend installing temporary trail cams and evaluation from regional folklore specialists. Field note, the fog here doesn't drift or move, just seems to linger. Report complete. The forest always keeps a copy of the truth friend and just hides it in the margins. And some places don't remember the people who vanished, and remembers how you sound when you're about to join them. New England's old, older than the country, older than the names we gave it. That kind of hold when you walk its woods, you feel it. That hush beneath the canopy of trees, that random turn on a dirt road that ain't on any map, that cold breath on your neck when the air's still, that magic that vibrates from the mountains. Folks say the strange came with the settlers. Others say it was here long before, watching from the fog, whispering through the stone walls and cellar doors. Whatever it is, it's eternal. Every tale in this book, every haunted bell tower, every drowned village, every preacher who vanished mid-sermon, they're all pieces of it. The strange isn't just a thing you see, it's a thing that sees you. So have a good night, friend. Sleep well, and take care of yourself and your loved ones. That's the end of the road for now, friends. If the wind carries voices that ain't got mouths, and the river runs backwards just before dawn, don't ask why. Just know you've crossed over. We'll find you next time in the strange.